everyone, this is Tracey from Lavinia Stamps. It's going to be an exciting demo today because we're launching our brand new stamps. So it's just been so nice working with this collection. These are incredibly large stamps, one of the largest that we've done actually, so they're a real focal point on a card. I'll show you a couple that I designed earlier, some cards I designed earlier using Zelith. This was an alcohol ink background using the alcohol lift technique onto matte card, and then we stamped over the top. And you can see some of our new sea flourishes here and our lovely worded stamp around Zelith. And I've used some of the orbs and the bubbles, so you know the old stamps mix so well with the new ones, so mix and match. But that's a lovely background. Another one here, I've used a stencil, one of our new stencils, over the top. But again, the initial background was using the alcohol lift off the Yupo onto matte card. So that's just another example there. And this one here, well, this was the stencil on using acrylic paint. The stencil that we used was this one, which I think is the flourish. Yeah. So we used the acrylic paint for the background on this one, and then I stamped again on top. And you can see that beautiful background here. So that we'll leave that background for another day, because today we're going to be using the Yupo alcohol lift technique. So I've got my Yupo here. I've got a lovely range of alcohol inks here that are new in, some new colours to have a play with. I've got, what have I got? I've got my blending solution. So I've just put this in a small pot. As you know, I quite like the fine nozzle. So we've got that alcohol lift. We've got our tool with our felt pads and our multifarious card. So let's get going anyway. Let's start with, we've got Dijon here, so let's pop this down. It's quite a nice deep sort of mustard colour. A little bit of alcohol blending solution. And then we're just going to create a background first. Okay. And now we're going to use eggplant. So I'm going to do a slightly different technique today. Wow, that's a very bright pink, that one, raspberry, beautiful. And we're going to go with citrus as well. So we've got quite a lot of colour going on there. So I'm going to just add some blending solution. And a little more. Okay, so this side I just want some legs, like I've got here in the background. I think they're actually quite nice. So I think that was a sort of a mistake that was, but when I took a print I really liked it, so we're going to try and achieve that again. So I'm going to just drip that down. And all the time I'm just dotting the blending solution down the page. And just shake that off, tap that off at the bottom there. And we'll just give that a dry. Okay, so let's just pop that to the side and let's see what we get off that print wise. Still a little bit wet, so make sure that that is dry. Okay, so taking my card, this is the cream card I'm using. Make sure that we've got all our tools handy now. So I've got my brayer, alcohol lift ink, and I will pop that along the top, and then we'll simply pull that down the page. Act quite quickly, put that on top and give that a smooth down. And let's see what background that gives us. Wow, look at that. It always amazes me actually how much ink it takes off the Yappo. Quite amazing. Okay, so I'm going to pop that to the side, make sure it is completely dry before stamping onto it. Okay, so we've got a nice dry background now, ready to stamp onto. So here we've got our lovely Zelith. I mean, you can see the size of her because she won't fit on a normal standard block. So yeah, big stamp. Okay, so I'm going to ink up in Nocturne. So make sure she's completely covered. And then we're going to pop her down round about there. Okay, so big stamp, so good pressure all over, and let her rest a while on that card to give us a really nice, good impression. And to get all that lovely fine detail. Okay, and there we have her, and you can see how much detail is in her hair and in her tail, right down to the end there, and how well that's all come out. So we're really pleased with this collection on the detail. Our manufacturers worked so hard with us to capture all the detail that I've drawn, so credit to them. Okay, so I'm going to just trim that down. And then let's have a little look at what else we can stamp into this now. I don't think it needs too much, to be honest. As I say, it's quite an impact with it being such a big stamp. So I'm going to just do a little bit around the edge there. I'll start with this one, but let's go with that block. And let's pick a colour. What should we have? Let's go with Twilight. So I'm going to pop that down the side there. And again, that is such a detailed stamp, and we've got it all come out so well. Okay, and now some words. This is a really lovely verse. Okay, so we've got stormy seas rolling in from the bay, fierce and wild on this dark day. Waves whisper to us and lure us closer. We stand and listen in complete exposure. The enchanting melodies rise from the ocean, stirring up a deep inner emotion. She reveals herself to the sacred few, a water spirit, immortal and true. I'm going to stamp that off first and then just work my way up the edge. Okay, so lastly I'm just going to go around the very edge of the card with our smoothie. And this just frames the card, pulling your eye into the centre, concentrating on that focal point being Zelith. And there she is. Okay, so I'm going to add just a little bit of glitter. So we've got our glue pen. And I'm just going to dot a little down her tail. And maybe a little just in her hair. Only a little. And this is our lovely holographic, very coarse glitter. That's why you get such a fabulous sparkle with it. And there she is. I hope you can see the sparkle. Thanks guys, you take care, bye for now.